Brand protection is a lot more than just addressing counterfeits. This is the second subject in this series of videos for brand protection for brand managers, monitoring your sales on Amazon, cease and desist communications with Amazon sellers, and knowing how to assert complaints if they're necessary, specifically on Amazon. So first thing, monitoring your sales on Amazon. First, brand registry is an absolute must. Brand registry is something created on Amazon where if you have a trademark, you can get control of the listing. It doesn't stop other sellers from selling products on your listing, but at least it gives you editorial control of the listing itself. It allows you as the brand owner to identify and delineate what your warranty is, what pictures to put up, the verbiage for the account, the bullet points. The only thing it doesn't protect you against is Amazon retail itself. That's when Amazon is selling your products. But getting brand registry is an absolute must for brand protection, and all brand managers need to know what it is. Number two, if you have a small number of listings on Amazon, then it's possible to manually keep an eye on your listings for unauthorized sellers. But even if you have 1 to 10 listings, 1 to 10 products on Amazon, we strongly recommend you start with a software solution. You want to build the infrastructure, put the infrastructure in place right away, because as the number of listings grow, as more of your products end up on Amazon, you want to be able to monitor them very, very quickly. And every day, sometimes multiple times a day, get a report that shows you how many unauthorized sellers there are on your product and who they are. So the third thing I want to talk to you about in terms of monitoring your listing is using a software solution. We have an in-house software solution that we use for all of the private label sellers and all of the brands that we protect. And what it does is it's set to give us reports on all of the unauthorized sellers. It weeds out the authorized sellers, and therefore we can identify specifically which Amazon sellers are infringing upon our brand's products. And this is absolutely vital. Put it in place while you're small, get it in place when you are large. It is absolutely a necessity to do brand protection on Amazon, to use a software solution to identify the unauthorized sellers. Cease and desist communications. Writing a C&D email is an absolute art. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're giving that unauthorized seller the ability to amicably stop selling your product. They are incredibly efficient. We experience a 60 to 80% success rate just from cease and desist communications. That is one email getting rid of 60 to 80% of your unauthorized sellers, 60 to 80% of your infringers if it is written correctly. There is no need to be threatening. A cease and desist communication should merely point out why their sales are either outside the first sale doctrine or how they are violating your intellectual property rights. No Amazon seller, large or small, wants to risk their account being suspended by you amplifying the issue into an actual IP complaint. So cease and desist communications are an absolutely vital weapon in your arsenal to protect your brand on Amazon.com. Last but not least, monitoring and protecting includes knowing how to assert complaints specifically tuned for Amazon.com. Amazon staff in India who receives these complaints has practically zero legal training. You need to know what to write in that IP complaint so that Amazon staff pays attention to it. You must leave out the words distribution, authorization, map pricing. You must focus on the things that Amazon pays attention to. The consumer experience, whether the consumer is actually receiving the same exact product and all the benefits that your product comes with. And number three, making sure that the consumer is not receiving counterfeit products and that there is no trademark or copyright violation. These are the things that people engaged in brand management and specifically brand protection need to know, because brand protection when it comes to Amazon is a lot more than simply addressing counterfeit. If you'd like to learn more, contact me for a free consultation In advance of our meeting with any brand, large or small, we analyze your listings on Amazon, identify the unauthorized sellers, and at that initial meeting, we will have ideas you can implement right away to regain control of the sales of your product, specifically when it comes to Amazon.com.